I lost my mommy and suffered greatly. I became a house girl and got mistreated and exploited. I got married but equally got subjected to domestic violence. I became pregnant and started working in a bar where I earned only 1,000 per day.
This is one of the many testimonies derived from the beneficiary children and young people withdrawn from hazardous and exploitative child labor in Uganda. Estimates from the Uganda Bureau of Statistics show that over 1.8 million children aged 5 to 17 years are engaged in child labor. As a response to this growing socio-economic problem, in 2009, the International Labour Organization, through the International Programme of the Elimination of the Worst Forms of Child Labour, commenced a 48-month project of support for the preparatory phase of the Uganda National Action Plan for the Elimination of Child Labour, SNAP. Over the 48 months of implementation, the SNAP project has generated a number of emerging good practices that require strengthening and replication. At macro level, a National Plan of Action, NAP, on the elimination of the worst forms of child labor has been formulated, approved and launched by the respective stakeholders.
To launch the National Action Plan for elimination of worst forms of child labor.
The NAP serves as a roadmap with a portfolio of interventions which the Uganda government will implement in collaboration with other partners to prevent and eliminate the worst forms of child labor, while at the same time laying a firm foundation for prevention and elimination of the worst forms of child labor.
The NAP mobilize all key implementing agencies, starting from the local government's level, all our implementing partners and the donor, the line ministries, to participate in the development of the strategies for the elimination of child labor. So that consultative process, involvement of our social partners was a significant good practice.
The SNAP project equally piloted a multidisciplinary and integrated area-based approach model, laying the foundation for the establishment of child labor-free zones at the district and available for replication throughout the country. The SNAP project funded the social partners including Federation of Uganda Employers FEW, Uganda National Teachers Union UNATU, National Organization of Trade Unions NOTU, and Central Organization of Free Trade Unions COFTU to implement child labor awareness-raising campaigns at national, district and community levels as part of a broad national-level awareness-raising campaign.
The dialogue with the informal sector came out strongly and importantly, basically because this is where many of the children involved in child labor are, and we thought these people would act as peer educators within the sector.
It is a big network that we have. It has created public awareness. It has increased the coverage.
Local governments in the 3 pilot districts have integrated activities for eliminating child labor within the district development plans. Through support provided by SNAP project, district ordinances that will be used to back legal intervention against the perpetrators of child labor have been developed.
We had been involved with the different stakeholders in enacting the Child Protection Ordinance called Bale District Local Government Child Protection Ordinance, and we shall implement it to protect our children from child labor.
We made sure that during the
writing of the development plan, child labor issues were captured. And now, the same topic has finished consultations around the district about issues of child labor.
At sub-county level, community bylaws have been developed. This is one of the sub-county stakeholders' training focusing on international labor standards. Community representatives discuss and share information with regard to the progress of formulating bylaws that directly or indirectly target perpetrators of child labor.
If we find the children just loitering in the community without going to school, during the school days, when we find them in the market or anywhere else without attending to the children's school, it will be a fine of 40,000 shillings.
Parents, because they are the number one stakeholders, so we have prohibited them from starting drinking at an early hour. So we have restricted them to start drinking after the productive time, like around 5 p.m., such that they may be home and monitor their children.
Similarly, community child labor committees working with kids in need in Entebbe, Wakiso district are lobbying for enactment of a bylaw against child labor.
In our village meetings, that we requested the authority, the local councillors, to at least start up a bylaw that we think that it can help us in this elimination of child labor. And even the parents, if the child is of school-going age, they have to send their children to school.
Using a multi-pronged awareness-raising and social mobilization strategy, the SNAP project supported agencies that reached out to specific target groups with anti-child labor messages. The objective was to change the mindset and positively influence the attitudes and perceptions of the receptive target groups. This covered production of awareness-raising materials and conducting communication campaigns at the district and community levels in collaboration with ILO IPEC SNAP project partners. TriVision, an independent media company that focuses on raising awareness about social and economic issues affecting society through drama and video, produced a video documentary titled Stone Cold. Stone Cold is a 1-hour film that highlights the plight of children involved in stone quarrying, exploited by their father in order to generate income for their family. Community drama was used by Rural Development Media Communications (RUDMEC) in raising awareness about child labor through entertainment, music, dance, and drama. Community local drama groups were selected and provided with training in educational drama development for combating the worst forms of child labor. The groups developed drama on key themes about child labor which were staged to raise awareness about child labor in the community. Using drama, the groups sensitized communities about the meaning, forms, causes and effects of child labor as well as legislation and policy measures that have been undertaken to eliminate child labor. Drama was used to sensitize stakeholders through edutainment, as well as providing a platform for community members to emotionally engage into public dialogue about the problem of child labor and seek for solutions for stopping or mitigating impact of the problem in their community. Creating child labor-free zones is a community-level good practice piloted by Kids in Need, KIN, operating in Entebbe, in Nachiwogo and Chitubulu sub-counties. A child labor-free zone is an area chosen for development concentration, with the result that after some years of systematic work, all children will be in formal full-time education and none in child labor. A child labor-free zone approach entails a sustained engagement within the community to change attitudes towards child labor and to empower the community to eliminate child labor.
We want these areas to be fully declared child labor-free. We are working together with the community members, with the local leaders, religious leaders, and Gombolola chiefs, plus the community development officers from the council.
One of the most innovative child participatory awareness-raising strategy is the Supporting Children's Rights Through Education, the Arts and Media, SCREAM. SCREAM is an enjoyable and creative approach of creating awareness about child labor among children, teachers, and community members.
We did playing, painting, dancing, singing, running, and we won these trophies.
We talk to them, we play with them, all the methods that are in SCREAM. It has helped these children to develop self-esteem, which they did not have. It has helped them also to develop confidence, and it has helped them to associate with others freely. Socially, they have changed.
It is no longer easy for parents in this area to stop children from attending school. The children are now empowered. They demand for education and threaten to report parents who deny them their right to education.
Uganda Women Concerned Ministry, UWCM, has worked in collaboration with schools and community members to facilitate the implementation of a community-based school feeding program. The objective is to boost children's school attendance and school retention so that children do not engage in child labor. Eventually, the school will be able to provide feeding to children in all classes. Parents and guardians of the school children have taken on the responsibility of contributing to the school feeding program.
Many parents have come up to contribute towards feeding of their children, and this has brought us high enrollment in the school, and our children who are in child labor are now back at school and enjoying school life.
The community in Nabigasa Sub-County, Rakai District, has initiated an innovative strategy of enhancing dialogue around the issue of child labor and child protection in general. This is done through community conversation meetings, CCMs, initiated by AMCAN in Nabigasa Sub-County. These draw from the indigenous knowledge practice of village meetings, Enchiko Zebyalo, to discuss different issues affecting the community, including child labor. Achievements of community conversation meetings can be observed in reducing incidences of child labor in the community. Some community members are now more aware about child labor, and they often have discussions with parents to send working children to school. At the heart of the intervention against child labor is the desire to lift children out of multiple forms of vulnerability at the household level, in the community, and in the school system, among other considerations that serve as barriers and drive children into hazardous work, including the worst forms.
I stay with my grandchildren, 6 of them. Before I joined Oweso, I could get a little money from pension, but that could not help us much.
In Wakiso, communities were supported to establish group income generating projects. Members were trained in business management skills and subsequently invested in a variety of microgroup business enterprises. Group IGAs are a good practice because it allowed households to undertake bigger and more viable businesses in groups by pooling individual startup capital. Groups enabled households who did not have adequate land to engage in IGAs by motivating household members who had spacious land to give consent for the utilization of their land for the benefit of the entire group project. Grouping households also engaged beneficiary households to support each other and ensure the sustainability of the projects after the end of the direct support from ILO-IPEC. As a response to households' livelihoods vulnerability, the SNAP project facilitated the establishment of Village Savings and Loans Associations, VSLAs. The VSLA methodology is a savings-based financial service which facilitates the mobilization of group members' savings and loan lending among members only with no external liabilities. The model emphasizes provision of simple and accessible financial services to the vulnerable and poor communities in the rural and peri-urban areas of Africa. VSLAs are autonomous and self-managing, self-selecting with 15 to 30 members. Initiated by UWESO, the VSLA methodology has been effectively replicated in 7 implementing agencies in Rakai and Wakiso districts in 2011. Madina Muboji, aged 34, is a caregiver of 8 children, 6 of her own and 2 orphans left behind by her late sister. She applauds UWESO for giving a hand and, in particular, the benefits derived from being a member of a Village Savings and Loan Association, VSLA.
UWESO's assistance has enabled me to boost my income-generating activity. I deal in selling bananas, popularly known as bogoya. The proceeds from this business enable me to cater for our family home and school requirements for my children. I'm able to buy soap and scholastic materials. In addition, I have saved some money and bought 2 goats and local chicken. I rent a piece of land where I plant food crops for selling. Our family livelihood is now much better than ever before.
Accordingly, the beneficiaries strongly believe that since VSLAs provide a model and sustainable family livelihood social protection intervention, they will ensure that they remain sustainable using the existing community grassroots support structures.
I've trained 52 groups of 30 members each. I've tried to see that at least in each village there is a VSLA group. Why do I do this? Because I've seen that these VSLA groups have really helped the communities.
Within the ILO IPEC SNAP project, Child Restoration Outreach CRO selected 100 youth previously involved in child labor, aged 15 to 17, to involve them in vocational skills training courses at Mbale Municipality Community Polytechnic. A total of 97, 53 male and 44 female, graduated in motor vehicle mechanics and hairdressing. On completion of the training, the youths were provided with startup toolkits to enable them start their own businesses or use them in the workshops where they could be employed. One of the emerging good practices in vocational training is the preference for apprenticeship hands-on approach.
They are normally taken straight to the garage for hands-on training, which is apprenticeship. It is proof that these guys like hands-on training first, rather than coming here and be subjected to theoretical, training, which may discourage them. They have also the opportunity to secure a job, because after training, they are already used to that garage. The garage manager will say, this man was a very good boy, I can keep him. So getting job at the end of the training may not be a problem to them.
As part of SCRIM, Somero Uganda used an innovative approach of art murals to work with children who were ex-child laborers to create awareness on the prevention of child labor and the promotion of education through the development of art murals. The art mural project was intended to encourage artistic exploration and advancement, and most importantly, to involve young people in the awareness-raising campaign on child labor.
So we see how powerful the children are and how they can be of great help when it comes to awareness raising in the community. They talked to the members in the community while they are identifying the walls where the art murals could be painted. They went ahead to talk to fellow children who are involved in child labor. Today they are organizing them, they have organized themselves into groups that reach out to schools, to fellow parents through drama and door-to-door activities.
Sustainability of the good practices is the remaining question at hand. Now that the SNAP project has come to an end, how sustainable are the respective good practices?
We call upon all employers, whether members or non-members out there, to be part of this campaign. And despite the end of the project, the struggle continues.
We want to sustain an advocacy and communications strategy to continue raising awareness. Awareness raising and advocacy is a very, very important tool for preventing child labor. It is less costly